So I've been gone for about 3 weeks, and people are going to be like wondering why and where and what I've been doing. So here's the diff. I've been really stressed out lately, and I've taken out a lot of people, and I should not have done it. And now I'm back on Second Life because I'm fucking done with people telling me what I can and can't do in my life, in my world, and where I live, and where I don't do. And I'm actually working right now on a hospital, and I thought I would actually show you guys. This will be my apartment that I'll be living on my sister's land. So this would be like when you walk into the front door. It's a beautiful front door. I love it. You walk in the front door, you have your giant kitchen. You have a bedroom, and this bedroom is massive. Holy shit, I forgot how big this was. Well, you walk in your bedroom, you got your massive bedroom with a huge, yeah, I might actually make this more into a baby's room over here without windows. Then you got your bathroom. I just realized this apartment is big. Oops. So you go over here and this is your living room. I really want to get a baby's room put into this little apartment, but I don't know how I want to do it. I'll have to figure it out. So the only way I can get out of my place, because I don't want anybody going in, is of course through the security doors of the front desk. So this would be the front desk. Like, this place is nice, but I was laying in bed and I figured out that there was no urology building, or there's no x-rays or anything like that, because this is an RP sim. So I might actually add a little wing to this place if it's not big enough for them. But I love this. And then you go over here and you come into the main doors, you hang a left or right, and then you actually have your cafeteria, which I'm in. Oh my goodness, I love this cafe. But what I'm thinking about doing is this kitchen is a little too big. Like, it is giant. What I might do, let's see if this works. I might do like, might just make it a little smaller. I just want to see if it works. And then if it does, it does, and it doesn't, it doesn't. We'll just deal with it. Okay. And then we'll just make this a little thinner. Yeah. Okay. Yes. And then we can do a baby's room. I like this. I really do. So you got your kitchen. And then you go into the, and by the way, one of my favorite colors is blue. I love blue. Um, okay. So you come in to your kitchen, and then we can have a door from the, we can have a door in the corner here to the baby's room. And then you have one window. Oh my god. I'm, what the heck? Is this going to work? Holy, because babies in SL, they don't need a lot of space. And this is already a huge place as it is. The windows outside looks really even, but inside it does not. But I was told that I actually have free living here, that I don't have to pay rent or anything. So, okay, cool. I'm just going to do the X for a second because I actually screwed up. Okay, I'm making sure it wasn't flickering. Okay. So, the problem with this is I'm making sure nothing's on our reser. Good, 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 good. Okay. So the problem with doing a lot of different buildings in Second Life is, one, is this wall correct? It is not. So I think my walls are 4.888. I make everything very even. And if I don't make things even, it drives me up the wall. So we'll do that. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to unlink. So edit linked parts, and then you want to unlink. And then I'm going to go to the front, which I'm going to make sure I align the front in black. So if I align the front in black or red, I'll know what to unlink. And you'll see why we're doing this in a minute. Unlink. Unlink. Whoa. See, when you do you don't do edit linked parts, you'll remove all your linked parts. And if you do like this and by accident click in the inside, just press Ctrl Z and you'll go back. So you just want to go grab this part. So then you want to make sure that there's two prims there. That's not good, so that's not unlinked. You want to remove the stuff that's already linked, because if you don't, you're going to be in utterly problematic. And then make sure everything is linked. Okay. This is also unlinked. And you don't really need to move anything else. You just want to unlink the items that are the problematics. Yeah, so unlink the items. This is basically editing the area of the hospital. What I can do, and I know that I have room in the back, because I did ask for a 60 by 60 lot area around. I did ask to maybe have an area to do whatever I need to do. So what I might have to do is move the this area a little bit more back, like the final, the here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. If I'm building, I usually like to do a building platform, a 60 by 60 platform. I also can tell you that this guy has not been here. These are off the Sim city. So he was working on the city, and I thought he wasn't, but he was. It looks nice. I don't know what the heck he's doing right now, sitting on his. But it is not the weekend, so maybe he's working. Who knows? Who knows? Who cares? Um, all right. Okay. So that should be good. But then the ceilings here are going to be all uneven. So there's going to be a lot of stuff that we need to unlink. And I'm not looking forward to this. So the items that we're going to unlink is going to be, not that color, is going to be blue. So we know which ones to unlink. Whoa! That's not good. Let's see here. And then press OK. You'll see the ones that we need to unlink. I'll show you in a minute. SL's being SL right now, and give it a couple minutes, it'll clear itself off. Clear itself a little bit more. I think you're clear. Okay, so what we're going to do is grab the items that we want to color. And the only reason why we're doing this is so I know the back of the hospital is going to be as even as possible. You don't want to make an uneven build. So you want to select the items that needs to be changed with color. Or if you need to unlink the building, you can unlink it safely and relink it after. So the only two areas that we're going to need to fix the crown molding, the top of the crown molding, is the kitchen and the baby's room. The second thing we need to do is work on separating these walls to make them not look uneven, but to make them look like you can texture them differently colors, because that's what you're supposed to do. Okay. We're gonna do is this floor as well, blue, and that should be good enough. So that should work just fine as it is. Now we're gonna unlink some parts, and when you unlink parts, it can get a little bit scary. Because sometimes if you're not paying attention, like I do all the time, you'll end up not clicking the edit linked, and then you'll screw it all up, and you don't want to do that. So I've been building an SL for years. I remembered when I first did my first build, everything didn't look right, and it was a disaster. And then this builder, a friend of, I don't know if he's still my friend, I don't even remember his name. I wish I got his name before I left SL. Oh, see, one object selected land impact is 121. I was about to do the same thing I was about to do, so cancel it. Go edit link parts, unlink. He came to me saying that, I have this HUD that you can build and it'll link it all together, and I was really, really skeptic with him. And I was thinking like, okay, yeah, all right, what? And see, I'm a newbie bitch, so I don't understand any of it. So it's like, well, you can do this, this, and this, and this with it. And I was like, okay, well, I can't afford anything right now. And he said, well, I'll just buy it for you. And this nice gentleman, he actually bought me it. And I was able to use it. And I stopped talking to him, and then I've been building ever since. So whoever you were that gave me the Docker, love it. It was great. I think I could probably go online later and probably see you know, who ended up doing that, who helped me in my time of need, because I was really new to SL. Like, I've for building wise, I was really new. Like, I think I was living with Serena at the time, an old friend of mine that does not play. I don't think she plays SL anymore, which just sucks. Ooh, what is this? It's from Kazaa. Oh, it's more Mediterranean. I'm just not gonna get it. No, I don't want Mediterranean. So what we're doing right now is we're using a thing called the Docker, and we're just going to grab the item that was still in the that was stuck in the thing. I'm also going to use the Docker up here. Now, the sad thing is the Docker is no longer usable. Well, you can use it, but you can't buy it. Now, I don't know who the creator is of the Prim Docker, and I wish I could get a hold of him somehow to see if I can buy the building, to buy his Docker straight up so I can put it back onto the market. And I really wish we could do that because I think it would be very helpful for a lot of builders because I'm not the one that's struggling with building. I am a very excellent builder because of the Docker. And I think the reason why he went out of business, and I don't really know too much about it, why he just stopped making the Docker altogether. I don't know if it was against Second Life's rules. I don't know if it was because of everything was going to mesh and he think that, think people weren't going to do the normal blocks, and people are making a lot with mesh and they weren't going to do anything else with the Docker anymore and it wasn't going to be usable. But I have to tell you he was actually utterly wrong. I do something called mix mesh. So I do something that I like. I've been using multiple different kinds of items on SL for years, but I've been making items for Second Life with the good old blocks, like any of my houses. Yeah, a lot of the prim houses will be about 60 to 70 prims. But with something that I love to do is I like to align everything up. So if people want to add your textures or something, I always add a little bit of a note card to all my houses. So then I can actually tell people, okay, this is how you use the items and this is and how it works. And I've actually had an ex-friend of mine come to me and tell me that she would rather have houses built from me than built from a common person who's making them with mesh. And I don't know why people build the way they do, but they do, and it irritates the crap out of me. Is because, yeah, it really, really does irritate me a little bit because it's not hard to fix your items. And it's not hard to build with blocks because if you select your mesh items first and then you link your mesh items after you and then you link your mesh items together, and then you link your items with blocks. When it's all linked, it'll be about 185 primes lesser. That's roughly the estimate. So something that I love to do is I love to build with mesh. But the problem with all of that is building with mesh is so much more trickier because you don't know if you are going to be able to build correctly. And that's something that I don't like to do. I don't like to build something that doesn't look right. And because of that, it's it's harder to understand. So what I like to do instead is I like to build the way I like to build. And it may take a little bit longer, and yeah, people may be looking at your builds like, okay, well, I could go buy mash and that could be 40 prims for my land and I could save prims. But can you apply different textures? Can you make it look better? Can you make it look more presentable? And people always come to me and say, hey, I'm having house problems. So I go to these houses and I'm looking at their houses that they've put on the land, and I says I see a problem. And I says I'm not calling you an infidel or stupid, but I'm saying that I see a problem, and your problem is because it's mesh. So all of a sudden you'll go on someone's land, property or whatever, and you'll see them crying their eyes out because they're crying their eyes out. They just spent X number of money on the item in question, and because they've bought that item and their entire house is all messed up and screwed up because it has, let's say, a wood texture all applied to it. And a lot of the times mesh can't be applied with multiple different texturings. It can and it can't. Like if I can do an example one day of what you can do with a mesh house and you can't do with a mesh house. Also, I don't like is if you can't make your room smaller or bigger because that's mesh, right? So that's something that if you are going to build for Second Life, you need to think about more important items, right? So what I might what I might do eventually is I might get the courage and message Prime Docker, see if maybe I can go to his email and say, look, it's still a very usable, workable HUD, and I've used it for years and I've had no issues with it. And I'm wondering if I can buy the rights to the Docker and if I can somehow represent it, because I feel like it doesn't matter with like mesh items or not, it's still very, very usable. And to this day, I still use my Docker. Like if somebody comes to me and says, I need you to build a house for me, I need you to build this or this or that, I'll be like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. And it's because I'm very good at building and what I do for a living. So it's something that I've been doing for years and I'm really not scared to do it. It's just the problem with all of that is I don't really think it's a problem. I think what it could be is being stressed out to where you don't know if you can do it or not. So, yeah, no, that's something that I've I got really burnt out of SL about 4 months ago, and I had to go away from Second Life, and I was heartbroken because I Second Life is all that I was doing for 2 years, and it was affecting Tim and I because he would want to go out and do something, and I would want to stay home and be on SL, and it was really hard. It was hard on me. It was hard on Tim. And, you know, it affected him and I really a lot. And because of that, how much it affected both of us, it it just about broke our marriage. And then it was getting all really, really horrible. So one day I woke up and I was in tears and I was thinking to myself, what am I supposed to do? And I decided, okay, I'm going to go away from SL for a little bit, but I will go back. And the past couple of weeks has been the best couple of weeks. I'm back on SL. Life has been good. Life is great. I don't want to call anybody right now. Today is my day, and yeah, and I'm getting hungry. But yeah, no, I'm really happy that I'm back on SL. I'm really happy that I'm on something to where I'm like, yeah, okay, this makes me happy. If it wasn't for a very good friend of mine telling me, hey, get your butt online, I probably would not be on SL right now. And so what happened was my Sims 4 had a massive update because if you people don't know this, that the Sims 4 has been doing updates again, and it messed up my mods so bad that I actually stopped playing The Sims 4, and just until everything cools down and all the mods are updated again. That's another reason why I'm back on the Second Life, because I have nothing else to play. Shit. Anyways, we're just gonna try to get this to look more presentable, and then maybe we can also get the inside to look better, and then we'll work on the other doors because there's now gonna be 3 doors. Yeah, one. I'm gonna do a pocket door here, but I'm really thinking about maybe making this into a closet because that's a very big bathroom. I'll show you in a minute. Ah, you know what I could do? I could do a hallway. I could do a closet, a door here, and then I can put like laundry here. Oh my god, okay, got ideas, and I'm totally doing it. Also, the good news is Tim and I are actually looking for a different place, more wheelchair accessible place. So if you guys don't know this, I'm actually in a wheelchair full time now, because I was actually in a severe, terrible car accident back in 2013, which did not lead me right into the wheelchair right away. The bad thing is the accident didn't show up that I had any problems with my spine or anything until I had my son and I had a stroke, and then I woke up one morning and I couldn't move my left leg. I was in the hospital. Tim was actually, I think he was downstairs getting something to eat. And then when they told me that my balance was off, they checked and my back is partially broken. So because of my back being so badly messed up, I need to look for a more accessible building because Tim, God, I love this man. He's great. Tim is going to be becoming a security officer in the next couple of months. And because of that, it's going to be a little harder on me because now he's going to be working and I need to worry about myself. So the good thing about it all is, well, I think it's more of a horrible thing in the end, but I think the good thing about it in the end is he's going to be working again and I'm going to be stuck at home. But I don't want to be fully stuck at home, so I'm going to be actually, him and I are actually going to be moving into a more wheelchair accessible building, and then then I can come and go as I please. I can meet him at work. I can pick him up. I can do some stuff and spend some not much quality time with him and enjoy. So what I'm doing right now is we're adding the Docker. And the something that I love with Docker is you can make it look nice and aligned. And I'll let you guys know the if I actually get the rights to Docker, because I think it would be so amazing to have the rights to Docker. So yeah, I need to find out who actually created the Prim Docker. I'll actually do it in the next couple of days. I'll do it in the next couple of days. I will actually. I need to know who made it, and I'll see if I can message the person and say, hey, it's still usable in 2023 and I use it every day and a lot of my friends are asking about it. And I was wondering, how much would you be willing to sell it? Because I just need to know, you know, rough estimate. And if he says, well, I don't want to really sell it, but I don't want money for it, and he just hands me the rights to it, then yeah, cool, let's do it kind of thing. But no, that's something that I I might do. Actually, I might actually will do, because a lot of my friends are asking me about the Docker, about who makes it, why it was created, and I think the reason why he created it was like, I don't even know when he first thought about making it. Like, if I can look into, let's see something here. If I can look at the no copy, no modifiable. Oh, wow. See, I don't know a lot of scripts or anything. I'm not a script kind of girl. I don't understand the scripting kind of thing. But I think I can figure it out too. And then this looks like it's glitching. It's because I'm organizing, making it look nicer. And see, this is like, again, you're going to have issues with this. So we'll just go. Yep, that looks good. And then we're going to just grab this, goes there, and we'll put that up there. Oh, I've been watching a lot of Second Life vids lately, and people like vids is like videos. I've been watching a lot of it lately, and this lady, oh my god, she is so cray cray, but she is funny as hell. She is uber funny. Like, so she was so she stopped playing SL for a couple of months, and so she came back to Second Life, and she went into her house, which is weird because it's like, I didn't know somebody could totally forget where their kid was. And so she was like, I don't even remember my kid's name, and I don't remember any of this. And it's like, oh my god, woman, really? And it was kind of funny because she reses on her land, and she's like, I can't believe my house is still here. Girl, she must have paid that land for up to a year. How can you not remember your SL baby? Like, that's horrible. That's like, you shouldn't even be a mom in SL. Like, come on, you know? And I'm thinking to myself, is she like stupid? So it's whatever. I'm actually going to fix this up because this is not working. I think I broke this. So when I first built this, I did not know the way I wanted it built. Um, okay. Okay, we got a kitty fight. It's Devi and whatever. Yeah. Sorry guys. We just had a kitty fight. I think I have psychotic cats. I don't know my cats. We're just gonna unlink this part as well. When I built this, I did not know how big I was gonna build it, and then I destroyed it one day because it's like, it's not even, it's not perfect. True story, guys. Is that even? Is that even? Oh by golly, it's even. Oh my god, it's back to being. Did I fix the hospital? Well, then I might have fixed it a little bit. So let's just move it that way. Okay, so the columns are still. Yeah. Okay. So back to the little story is Tim's going to be becoming a security officer. And I'm not scared about it. Like, I know he's going to be utterly fine. But that's something that I'm not used to is he hasn't been at work, I think, since May. So it's been a little nicer to have him at home and then have him just wake up and not have to worry about, okay, well, what time is it? Oh, guess what I gotta get at? I gotta get up and I gotta go get him ready for, I gotta go get him from work. And it kind of got a little too much. Like some days I'd be like, I'm stuck out all day. So if I was, if I had a, a car, or if I had the ability to go out and do what I want to do, or if I had the ability to do whatever, I wouldn't have to worry about picking them up from work or being out all day. So if Tim and I, we lived in a place, a more accessible building for myself, then I feel like it would have been a lot better for my mental health, because then I can come and go as I please. I can go pick him up from work. I don't need to be out all day. It would be nice, and that's something that I'm going to actually do. So, anyways, I think this is as perfect as it's going to get. Now I know clinics are not all perfect, and everything's never going to be aligned up nicely. But when I'm building my places that I make, I like things looking premium, like very very premium. So these windows don't look right, so let's see why. So these have 180, so we got to do 180, the real 180. And if I put them like that, and I put it at just 180.0, 180.0. Are those windows all like that? Like, I hope not. Like, I'll be mad. Oh my god, they're all like... Okay. So we'll just do 0, 0. So the landscaper that my sister hired, he has not been doing much of landscaping. So I'm going to contact her tonight and see if there's a way that they can hire a second landscaper, because apparently the first one is not doing its job. And I'm usually on a lot more than he is. And if she wants me to help out. So I'll ask her when I see her next. Because I really want this sim to work. This sim's a great place. And I understand people work. But I don't work. I am legally handicapped. I stay home 24/7. Alright, so there's 0.0. Making sure everything looks good. Cool, that looks nice. So I'm probably not going to be in bed until very late tonight. So I probably won't see my pillow until like 4 o'clock tonight. So yeah. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the main hospital on all black so I can see what I've been working with. Just press OK. So this is mainly all black. Alright. I don't want to link it all together right now because I want to add a little bit of an extra spot in the back. Because I want to do an X-ray room. But then I'm thinking like, do we even need another room? Because I already have like 3 rooms. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this, I'm going to unlock this, and I'm going to bring this all the way back. Then I'm going to lock. It's locked. So you can't touch it, you can't move it, you can't delete it. Okay. We see a glitch. Well, if it's going to glitch like that really bad, and there's a big hole, just go and grab that and go. I'm just going to take this all off of black so I can see what we're working with for a minute. Okay, so we have a problem. This is a problem. So we're just going to go. What the hell? I don't even know what the heck is above me. 'Cause I know there's something above. Okay. It should be good. So what I want to do is I want to link it all black to black, and then it will take me a little while to, because that sounds really stupid sometimes. All right, I'm gonna get all the scripts. Now, what I am gonna do is I'm actually gonna talk to Donnie about when this is all finished. I'm gonna ask him, like, do you want me to put an X-ray room in, or do you want me to do something different with it, or is there something that you want me to work with it? Like, I need to know. Okay, so I'm actually gonna put this black. So this we're gonna put to red. And because we gotta do this red, part of the hospital is linked separately because part of the hospital, the mods are not all right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna link part of the hospital to blue. Is this separate? Okay, so I'm gonna link it to this blue. Blue. That blue. That blue is freaking awesome. Go to black. I'm gonna link all this to black. I'm gonna put this back on black. Put that on black as well. All right, link. Go inside. This is blue, so I'm gonna put this back on blue. Black. I'm gonna do the baby room attached for blue. Okay, so this was attached to black. The moldings are not done, so the moldings will be attached to blue. And we should be good. So we go there, we remove all of it, and we should be good. The bad problem is these are not yet linked. Okay, so that looks all right. I like the way that looks. That looks nice. Okay, cool. That looks presentable. So now, the weird thing is when you're doing your textures, you have the ability to go to your textures And if you don't want to go look into your entire inventory, you just go, you want to you want to copy the UUID, go over here to your textures, press paste and press apply. And then you go on the other side, press paste and apply. That is how you find your UUID. Now, for the baby's room, this is going to be tricky. We're just going to apply it for purple. We're going to know what will work and what will not work. We're going to edit my link parts again, and we're going to grab it over there and drag. Now you're going to have an issue to where you have a little seam. The seam is going to be a little different in all builds, but that's okay. Calm down, we're fine. We're going to apply just this block a solid black color. Now, I know that I need to unlink this block. I need to make sure it's on edit link parts. You want to unlink. Do not exit out of your build box until you know it's unlinked properly. And then you want to grab this part. Sometimes you will have to use the Docker. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab my Docker for a sec and we'll be back. Let's grab my Docker. And let's grab my Docker. And the reason why we're grabbing the Docker is we're making sure, well, there's two reasons. We're making sure that the blocks are aligned. And do you see how this texture, yes, we can go do it normally, but you see how this texture is so smudged together? Grab your text, show face, that's a 2. Grab your 2 and align. Align, please. Cool. And now it looks like you've never had to add another bloody block. And that is how you do it. Gotta love it. Alright, same thing goes inside. We'll just do it this way. Show face is a 4. Copy and align. So I can decide now how I want to do the bedroom, how I want to do the bathroom. Now I don't like how this window is not in the middle of that wall because I'm not going to mix around it because it looks utterly even outside and it's fine. What I'm going to get is some planter boxes underneath these doors and under these windows, and I'm also going to get some awnings under all of these windows that looks like this. Wouldn't that be pretty? Okay. And now we're also going to check the other areas of the walls we had to edit. Nicely and neatly, you want to look for a white seam. And sometimes you'll have a white seam on the opposite side. And sometimes you have to unlink a wall. This is why I always, if I feel like I'm in a rush to get a build done, I usually throw it into the reser in case they don't like what I'm building or they need to move it around. Then when I'm offline for a couple days, then it's on in a box, and then they can move that box around, and then they can move the items that they want. So I'm just going to grab my Steam client, which is something that I love to do. Align is green. Nice and neat and nice and tidy. Alrighty. So that looks nice and presentable. The only thing we got to do is fix the this area up here. We could do is make the walls a little thicker if we wanted to, but it's not right and not okay. So it's really easy to fix that, and I'll show you in a minute. First things first, we want to take all these scripts out for the Docker because I don't want to have any more issues with the Docker. What we could do, I'm actually going to grab this wall while it's already out and it's already unlinked. I'm just going to grab it, bring it over to the baby's room. Or stop, bring that above. I'll show you guys something different. So you have this item and you don't want to delete it, you don't want it to go back into your inventory, press temporary and it's gone in about 5 to 10 minutes. And we're going to go into the apartment building. Actually, I might add a little gate to my apartment building for the back, but I don't want anybody going in there. So this is like my area, my house, my build. This is where I'm going to be living. So yeah, so we're going to go over here to the baby's room. And so you have your baby's room, you have your wall here. Have it all nice and organized, all nice and neat. So we're going to unlink. And since it's unlinked, I'm going to grab the Docker script for both sides. This video is mainly how to build with the good old Prim Docker. I love the Docker. It is a best friend of mine. Alright, and you'll have a big white block out of your building. Do not worry about this. We'll figure it out in a second. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the door here, and we're going to figure out some measurements. So we need to do 1.40 for the height. Cool. Alex, nice already. And then we want the width of your door to that. I still feel like there's somebody here. Oh, it looks like Zuby is having issues with their baby shoes. Cool. It's really, really horrible that they're having issues, but see how this white block has turned into a beautiful block? Alright, so we want to align and leave. And then you want to grab your wall and you want to align it to that part. But then this gets a little tricky. What you want to do is grab your wall and shrink. All nice and aligned, all nice and pretty. And grab your textures. And press align. Copy and align. Cool. And I know we're going to have an issue on the other side, so we'll fix that in a minute. It's actually pretty easy to do. You want to go to show face. Copy and align. Clear. Grab that. Use your Docker. Go into the middle of your wall and You align that. And then after you align, you want to grab your textures, use your entire textures, and go to text, show face, to copy and align. Right? When it's all copied and nicely aligned, it would look like this. Now, I'm going to cam over to the kitchen and we're going to actually align the colors to where I want it. I actually have the colors saved. So we're going to grab the colors and grab it and make sure everything looks nice. A lot of people are always asking me why I do so many blues and darker colors and mauvey pinks, because I'm a little bit of a goth girl, even in real life. Perfect. Nice. Alright, and over here is the baby's room. So we're just gonna, I was gonna leave the color, but since this is gonna be for one of my goth babies, this is gonna go to a nice gray. Go to your darker areas. Ooh, I like this color. This is pretty. It's a darker purple. That's nice. That's really nice. Then I have the two decisions. I can do hardwood, but this is a baby's room. We're going to do carpet. I have some carpeting textures. They're really, really old. I don't know if I'm going to use them, but we'll figure it out in the end. I'm actually going to just put this as a solid texture for now, and we'll go from there. I'll remember to come back and do that for a minute. Okay, so that is the video for today. We're going to be doing more video. If you want more building videos, let me know. But hit the like, subscribe button down below. And we will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.